Iloilo doesn't have a single Michelin star.
Michelin versus the UNESCO Gastronomy City.
They are two different entities. When you say Michelin, mas more on sa culinary excellence sila. Ang UNESCO is more on cultural and heritage preservation.
What's the uncomfortable truth about Ilonggo food scene?
So there are so many options in Iloilo. So not good for the business people.
Businesses are on their toes.
It's just more on, it gets you on your toes to be more competitive.
Any advice sa pareho mga chef?
Na you just do everything with love and do not serve something na hindi ka proud of.
Ilonggos need Michelin recognition.
Siyempre, hindi na ako magpa-pretentious.
Welcome to the Builders Podcast, where we celebrate the people who build, create, and inspire. The Builders Podcast, presented by Buildmaster.ph. Real stories, real builders, real talk. I'm Charu, and in every episode, we sit down with builders from all walks of life. Christmas feels incomplete until food reminds us that we're home. In this season, we are reminded that food is more than celebration. It's community. It's family. It's the spirit of giving. It's the soul of Filipino Christmas culture. Today, we sit with someone who keeps the spirit of Ilonggo food alive. The flavors, the stories, the people who make home feel like home. He is Iloilo City's Creative City of Gastronomy Ambassador for Street Food and Public Market, representing Ilonggo heritage, street food culture, and public market identity on the global stage. A culinary artist, an entrepreneur, a DOT certified market tourism trainer, a fierce advocate for vendors, markets, and the origins of our food, a warrior for Ilonggo cuisine. Let's welcome Chef Sij Halandon. Yes, welcome sa amon nga The Builders Podcast. Thank you, Gid, kay you inserted us. I know nga very busy ang imong schedule. Thank you, good chef, kay you gave us this opportunity para nga makaguest ikaw and gin-insert mo kami sa very busy mga schedule.
And of course, always an honor man to be here, of course, sa aton nga podcast. And para ma-present ko man sa kadamaan ng akong plataforma. So,
Yes.
it's good nga gin-invite mo ka.
Okay. So, well, chef, kamusta ikaw? I saw you na nag-participate ikaw sa fun run recently.
Yes, that's one of the things I do during my free time. Kaya at age 46, so medyo kinanlata na i-take care ng ato nawas.
Okay. But you don't look 46.
Mga 45.
44 and a half ate. Sige ah. Okay. So today ang aton discussion, this is going to be about, of course, food, Ilonggo food, and your advocacy, and also season, subong holiday season, which is Christmas. So let me ask you, Chef, what's the uncomfortable truth about Ilonggo food scene?
Well, an uncomfortable truth. Actually, it's more on good and bad. Good in the sense that there are so many options in Iloilo. Bad in the sense that there's also too many options. So, not good for the business people, but good for the consumers.
Okay. So, good in a sense nga.
There are more
damo.
choices, so. But if you're on the business side naman, well, maybe it's also a good thing. Kasi you'll always be on your toes para namion mo hindi mo product and ikaw yung maging winner. Pero, di ba? So, good and bad siya. Wala maging, kasi you can only say that it's bad kung may negative gid siya nga impact sa imo kabuhi. But then though wala man gid. It's just more on, it gets you on your toes to be more competitive and to be at your best every day. Like every single day.
Yes. I mean, that's really good because you point out the competition. And right now, I think that most establishments or businesses, especially sa food, are on their toes para mag-compete Kay as you've said, kadamo-damo lang isang kompetensya sa
Yes.
industry. Okay. Speaking of Christmas, di ba, lapit na lang Christmas. So, do you think people now celebrate Christmas for the aesthetics, the photos, and not for the spirit of Christmas itself?
Well, I would want to look at in a way na they celebrate it differently from the way that we do before. Because as what I've said, syempre sa age, kuya, ikaw yan ka 21 ka lang eh. So, ako yan ka medyo, ako sa medyo old ga bracket. So, una, wala pa rin mga social media sa time namon. And then, everything was more on, paghamba mo Christmas, it's just a celebration of family. So, bodo kadamo na factors. But then again, it's at the end of the day, it's still a good thing para sa ako. Kasi, amo na gani, the only thing that is constant sa life gani are changes. So, maybe subong nag-evolve kita into, though nag-hybrid na bali. Oo.
I can relate. Hindi man maglayo ay edad ta. Hindi ko lang pag-reveal. Batch. Pero yes, I understand and I can relate to what you've said nga. Very different na subang, especially mga kabataan. Siguro of the influence man of the technology.
Yes.
And aton tradition is changing. Pero, sa imo, what flavor distinctly tells you nga, oh, it's Christmas already? Pasko na gid.
Well, kung diri sa ato niya sa Iloilo, especially sa family namin, ko may hamon na Christmas. Sa una, di ba, I mean, sang time na, grabe ko maghamba, kung doara ko sa time, pang gisit ako si Dula, no? Pero hindi, no, not that old. But then, so una maghamba, kaya nga may ham sa balay. It's so special already.
Yes, if may hamon.
May hamon. Kung mabala mo, Christmas na gid ni.
Oo, it's different. Also, can be lechon if medyo
lechon.
may kaya.
Yes, lechon.
Right?
Lechon and
So, hamon and lechon, amo ni sila ang mga pagkaon.
Celebration food gid nga ginatawag.
Alright. And so, for Iloilo, how about what part of Ilonggo food identity is slowly fading?
Again, no, as what I've mentioned earlier, nagadamo ang isang options. So sometimes, amo na gari dapat gina-preserve tang aton nga food heritage because sometimes the young ones forget na. Because of the so many things they see sa social media. And I think this is one of the things that kita lang gid as an Ilonggo, a purebred Ilonggo, somebody who's been born and raised here, nga makabulig, preserve sang aton nga identity kag heritage through teaching them. Amo na nga pakilala mo gid amo niya ang aton heritage, amo ning aton dapat kadakan. There are so many options sa kalibutan ngani, but then again we have to support and protect our own.
Okay, so speaking of traditions, is there one Ilonggo tradition do you wish that families would keep during Christmas?
Well, family will always be family. Pero, subong gamay na lang bala nagapang caroling na notice mo.
Oh, yes.
So yan, so gid ang caroling, let's call it, ang way nga pang caroling, makibot ka lang, kay may manuktok na sa balay mo. So, bagay padala na letter. Tapos may sound system na.
Choreographed caroling.
Yes, so pwede sensilyo lang. Subong kinanda, nakasobre. So, maybe, it's also their way of making it mas cost-efficient sa ila. Pero amo na as a child, that's what I really remember. That's the thing I always share sa mga sonda na nagyan enamon. And it felt safe to go around.
Did you experience also nga ikaw ga pangaroling?
Oo, kagig kapilaan na kalaasan pasang ilo. That's the thing I've always madumduman mo gid bala. Core memory, of course.
Yes. That's really true because seldom na lang subong ang nagapangaroling.
Oo, seldom na lang.
So if you can or if we can encourage more kids, no, to be go outside or to go outside and do the pangaroling.
Kaya basta maging kwento na lang siya sa ulihi.
Okay. So, Chef, sa imo right now nga profession, right? You are a professional chef. And I would just like to know who introduced you to Ilonggo food?
Well, growing up sa family namon, tanan gid halos kundi I grew up in a compound. So halos tanan sa compound where I grew up, may negosyo nga food related. So tanan kami ka kompetensya na pero pagkaon na namon na baligya. Okay. So basically it's family.
So it runs in the family.
It really runs in the blood.
Business and then galuto gid
food business gid actually.
Okay.
Dira gid.
And so sino sa family mo gid ang nag-influence sa imo?
Not one in particular. Ito tanan sila. But I would really clearly remember my grandmother. Actually. More than my mom, si Lula, ako gid mas mas buta, mas OA siya sa luto. Ay, lutanan nga klase sa pangluto, doon ginatistingan niya, gid na.
And so what did your lola teach you about food? And of course, the life mo that you still carry right now.
Wow, how dramatic. Pero to, di siya bala, you just do everything with love and do not serve something na hindi ka proud of. Hindi ba sa una do, it's really how they do it, no? All the desserts are like mga heirloom recipes na halin sa una do, cooked with so much passion, so much effort, and so much love.
Yeah, that's what they call labor of love.
Labor.
Nila.
Yes, that's right. That's
And
right.
then when you're a kid, doon na amaze kita when we see our grandparents or even our parents sila magluto, because makita mo ang love na gina-pour nila on what they do.
Effort na kung effort.
Correct. Okay. So, Chef, you're working on a lot of projects right now. So, could you tell us what are you currently building?
Okay, currently building, aside sa personal, kuya Bing, the things that I do for my personal gain, I also do stuff for the community. And of course, I work hand in hand with Iloilo City Gastronomy. So we are doing rounds, not only around the Philippines, but sometimes we get invites outside. So nag-promote kita sa aton local cuisine. And currently, since nagabukas ang aton nga modernized public palengkes, so nagabulig kita promote sina nagabulig kita train sang aton nga mga vendors on how to sell ang ilang mga produkto.
Oh, so may wala galing na training.
And we are actually creating more of an experience para sa mga buyers. So every time they go there, hindi lang bala sila nga doon naninda lang. Dapat may ma-learn man sila nga something.
Okay. Oh, that's very interesting. And I know that you're working with Paluto
Oh
right
yes,
now.
Paluto, yes.
So let's talk about Paluto. What made you say yes to this collaboration with Paluto, Seafood Grill and Restaurant?
Because number one, nagapati ko sa product niya. And as always, no, I've always believed na although food comes with a cost, kinahanglan it should be accessible to all also. Inabala na you just don't create something para makakaon sila. You create an entire experience, a different experience, highlighting the local produce. So sa ko when I saw the project, yes agad, of course.
Okay, and so what part of the Paluto concept reflects true Ilonggo food culture?
Everything about it is Ilonggo actually. Kay sa makita man naton, kita nga mga Ilonggos, we are really generous by nature. So sa Paluto, pili ka lang hasta magsalakit na tiyan mo kaon, go lang ng go. And of course, always we cook everything with passion and love. I mean, it sounds cliche, pero totoo, the hard work that goes behind that and the science that goes behind that, ang tanan nga costing para mapaigo namon sa amoni ka reasonable nga price and to make it enjoyable for everyone is not a joke. But then we're gonna make it happen because, of course, we love our customers and we want them to be happy all the time.
Yes, Chef, I understand what you said. And you have so many brands that you work with, so many collaborations. What matters to you the most when you choose to collab with a certain business?
Actually, this is what other people don't know. I'm just really someone, maka-decide on my own. But number one, did I ask my mother? Sabi ko, ma, dito okay ni siya. And then, she gives me ang pros kag cons sa mga bagay-bagay. Diba mo, my mom is, syempre halin, siya di sa Iloilo. And she's a senior. So, medyo always na siya gahatag bansang practical side. So, mga things, kung senior ka, will you spend your money on this? So, those are the things na gina-consider ko. So, if my mom is happy with what I do, then go.
So, she's like your consultant.
My favorite frenemy.
But the insights that she gives you, of course, is very
Matters
valuable.
a lot. Amo ginang pinaka naga-matter. Of course, and I pray, pero amo na si nanay ko gidang ano.
Very good. So we talk about you building these projects with these brands and that empower the community because, as you've said, for Paluto, we love our customers and we want them to have what they deserve and para happy sila. And also, here sa Builders Podcast, we are presented by buildmaster.ph. It's a web app for now, but this December, Chef, the mobile app will be launching for buildmaster.ph, yes? And this is to support all the Filipino builders like you, creators and industries. But for you, how important are platforms like buildmaster.ph for empowering Ilonggo entrepreneurs?
So, I've always believed nga The only thing constant sa life can is change. And now, as the world gets bigger, Buildmasters, of course, found a way to make it smaller, to make everything accessible para sa common Ilonggo. Nga through an app lang, ma-access mo na tanan-tanan. Through an app, sila mismo, as a seller, ma-access mo sila. So, di ba, it's just an easier, or let me say, it just made everything accessible and easier for everyone.
Yes, that's very true, and convenience.
And convenience,
Yeah,
yeah,
very
syempre.
convenient. And so do you think technology can help also preserve our heritage instead of destroying?
Well, it's a good and bad thing. Too much of something is bad, of course. But if you look at it in a lens na positive, ang aton nga heritage or culture naton, or ang aton nga what we have as Ilonggos are our roots. And technology is the one who will give us wings para makilala kita globally. So yes, manggapon to technology, but maybe, let me say, let's not abuse what we have. Amo na pinakamahatag ko gid nga advice to everyone. Because we can use technology in a lot of good ways if we really come to think of it.
Okay. So Chef, you mentioned about the modernized palengke, no?
Yes, yes.
And so why do you think is the public market the real heart of Ilonggo food culture?
Yes. Okay, this is very interesting, and I would also want this to share to you. Kaya na-notice na to, no? Ang aton palengke, especially sa mga communities, they do not sell something nga wala gina-consume sang ilang nga komunidad.
Yes.
So it's really a reflection of how we live our lives and the food that we eat. So it's really the heart and soul of the palengkes. And this is also where you can see how people do their trade, paano sila maghagol. Okay,
Right.
amo na siyang reflection, gid sa tuod gid nga reflection sa community, pati mga marites, di ba?
Kompleto.
Yes, kompleto. So, I can really say that the tinda or mga merkado sa Iloilo, or ang merkado anywhere sa kalibutan yan is really the heart and soul and the reflection of the community.
Yes, and aside from the people that sell, the vendors, no, we also have different kinds of people inside the public market.
Yes, that's true. That's
Makita
true.
naton different nga personalities, and kanami man may ara man nga different communities mismo sa sulod mismo sa
Yes,
aton
and
palengke.
wala pang mall culture. May palengke na kay, of course, damo ni siya segments or butanta mga portions ng palengke. May dry, may wet, may mga
Yes.
parlor, may
Yes.
mga mananahi, may mga manicurista, may, di ba? So,
Tanan, kapehan,
So, kompleto siya sa
patsuyan,
tuntuon.
everything. Okay. And so, you are a DOT certified
train the trainer,
Trainer.
na palengke tourism.
Yes.
Yes.
So sa tanan nga markets, or of all the markets that you've trained, what are the challenges do our vendors face?
Kung sa challenges, actually, I really believe na vendors, because of their grit, syempre, ara na sila. Ang challenge really is sustainability, because that's why I also encourage people, na bakal kita sa mga merkado, we buy from our local vendors, because it's the only way to keep the businesses going. At any business, actually, support tagid. So, munang biggest challenge, because if no one supports them anymore, so, tegi na.
Yes, goodbye na.
Oh, goodbye na.
So that's the very reason why ang imo advocacy is for the street vendors and the public markets, yung mga vendors.
Yes. Sakto. Give them a more accessible na platform, mas makilala sila, so that at least, bala mo, hindi man tanan-tanan parehas comprehension or same background or same insight sa mga things. So, you have to tap all those para mas mapaintindi sa ila or mas ma-reintroduce sa ila na ang may palengke culture gapon that exists in Iloilo.
It's very interesting, and I want to thank you for standing up for the street vendors naton and sa aton ng mga public market vendors naton, because I think that they need the support na ginabulig mo. Speaking about vendor, is there any vendor story that changed the way you see food forever?
Okay, so actually not just one vendor story, because I think back 2009 or 2019, 2009, dugay na to. 2019, 2018, we built, or ginubra namon po sa partner ko nga si GGC, we did street food night market. So, it was more of an advocacy drive. Ang ginubra namon, gintap namon tanan nga mga home sellers kag mga vendors, street vendors nga mga namit sa Iloilo City, kin-gather namon sila sa isa ka lugar, rent-free ha, para ma-showcase ilang ang mga products. And then after that, it was a very, very successful nga night market. We did it for 13 runs, 13 times. Also with Kaunta Iloilo, I have collaborated with them, and same man kami nga advocacy ang ginatindugan. With Kaunta Iloilo naman, because there were some fees to be paid, pero very, very minimal. Kaya mo ginang-perming requirement nga, mas more on dapat makabulig ka gid kesa maginansya.
So the purpose of Kaunta Iloilo is to help these street vendors, home food makers,
and all the restaurants actually, or food, anything food related in Iloilo City. It's an online community where you can post. Syempre may manada sila sang tawag ni gina-censor man, but then again, most of the time it's a good platform, it's a good way for you to promote your product.
Okay, so this is a community already. Your community already.
Actually, community nga gin-build sang mga friends ko. Ano lang ko nila, mascot.
Ambassador.
but I'm proud to say that they are already approaching 7 years. Tapos with 180k plus nga members.
Wow.
Pwede naka-party list.
Kausa na. And di ba, if you have 100,000 plus members of the group, so we don't know if how many of them ang ginbuligan ninyo na, or their lives were changed because of this simple nga community.
Oh yes, of course. Kaga makita mo ang impact niya because for example, may mapatrend ka nga isa ka establishment, so it really translates to sales.
Yes, correct.
So people become interested, so they try. At least, let's just say sa 180 katawo, mabaligaan kada 80,000 lang kabilog. Pila man na ako, man siya mo, di ba?
That's very nice. Member man ko sang kaon, and aside from siguro the vendors or the sellers na ginabuligan, I think it also helps even the customers. For example, like me, I know nga very reliable Kaunta Iloilo as a page or as a group. I would search for recommendations there, and ang grabe ka interactive ang mga members. They would really recommend, and you would know nga the best ang nila gina-recommend because they really try or tried and tested na ang mga gina-recommend nila sa inyo.
Based on real life testimonials.
Yes, kana make it. Okay, so sa subong chef, because as you've mentioned, ang struggle sang aton nga vendors or street food vendors and also ang aton nga mga public market vendors is ang support that they need. And with the technology right now, everybody sa social media na. How do we protect our street vendors in a world that is obsessed with aesthetic food?
It's surprising that aesthetics is really, in reality, a part of the whole culinary experience. So, again, in cooperation naman with our LGU, wala man kita nagkulang, Teach Sheila, because there are projects, I think, in collaboration with UPV. Ginatuduan sila sang ilang food safety, and then with BDO nagtudo man sa mga vendors ang culinary math so that they would be efficient sa ilang nga tawag
Food
ni
costing.
nga food costing. So with regards to aesthetics naman, as we can see sa Iloilo subong no, although I would not say nga we are really challenged when it comes to that, but I cannot say man nga menos kita because when it comes to quality, taste kag how we execute, hindi naman tada maperde.
Okay. Diba during sa mag-night market sa Kaunta Iloilo, no? Hindi man sila ginawa ng perdido, kabongga man ilang mga presentation.
Bongga mo na. That's a good thing about social media naman because although wala man gid sila formal training, no formal culinary training or no formal culinary training sa mga aesthetics nga na, because of social media and the internet, damo sila inspirations ka makuha. So, see, mayo gyapon ang technology if you use it in a good way.
Yes, okay. And speaking of social media, this discussion became a trend. It's about the Michelin versus UNESCO Gastronomy City. I really want to ask you, Chef, there's a lot of discussion right now about the Michelin. Iloilo didn't receive any Michelin award. No restaurant received that recognition. So what's the biggest misunderstanding about Michelin versus the UNESCO Gastronomy City?
Okay, they are two different entities. When you say Michelin, mas more on sa culinary excellence sila. And they give stars and government bibs. ang ano naman niya, ang UNESCO is more on cultural and heritage preservation. So for you to earn a citation from UNESCO, you have to apply and meet all their requirements. So yeah, amo na siya ang difference. So with regards naman why Iloilo doesn't have a single Michelin star, well, it's because nga wala gid man kita nadala sa trip sa mga Michelin inspectors. For this particular trip, they only did Manila and Cebu. So maabot gid ang time ta.
Okay, because there's a lot of discussion online, and so to set the record straight, Iloilo wasn't part of the itinerary.
Not part of the itinerary at all.
But do you really think, or do you think we really need, or Ilonggos need Michelin recognition?
Siyempre, hindi na ako magpa-pretentious. When you go abroad, di ba, may makita ka nga, for example, out of the many stalls that are, out of the many restaurants, do mas may impact kasi mo if mambal ka nga Michelin starred siya or may Michelin siya. So, yeah, I think it would, aside from being the creative city of gastronomy sa Iloilo, the Michelin stars would, I think, really boost our food scene pagid. It would boost it even more.
Okay. So we really need the recognition.
Not that we need, but it would be a good thing if we have.
Okay. And if there's one Ilonggo flavor that we must protect at all costs, what is it, Chef?
Ilonggo flavor that we have to protect at all costs. So first, ang atong gidyang heritage cuisines, the ones that have been passed through generations and generations. Bamo, kabudlay maghamba ka if this dish is entirely authentic Ilonggo. Kay, for all we all know this, nga ang mga food naton, even food naton sa Philippines have been influenced so many times and by so many sa mga tao nga nag-occupy sa aton.
Yes.
But then again, the heirloom recipes always do matter, and the flavors that will really remind the world of Iloilo kinalan i-preserve ta na kag ipakilala sa younger generation.
So if you go, like you visit other countries, diba, to represent Ilonggo food or the tourism, ano nga food or ano nga Ilonggo food ang gina-present mo dito?
Well, usually, alam mo, if we present, this is one of the truths also that I would want to tell everyone with the experiences that I have when I do demos abroad. Of course, gusto ta na i-showcase ang aton mga sabaw, mga batchoy, gusto ta man na i-showcase ang aton mga pansit molo. But then, there are countries sometimes that we go to nga may restrictions. They do not eat certain ingredients so we have to consider that. So, ang pinaka-safe most of the time that I do when I do my demos, nag-aubra ko sang inasal because do parang walang kontratempo sa chicken and it's easy lang kay ang dalon ko lang to isang aton nga chwete oil, ang aton nga bisaya manok, and of course ang mag-ubra ko kisa may mga supan ko nga batuan. Those are the things lang nga suking-suki sa akon mga demos.
And it's safe that everybody can eat chicken.
But yes, chicken inasal talaga is number one always.
Very nice. Welcome to the Hard Hat Zone. Chef, I'm gonna ask you fast questions and I need you to answer. First thing that comes to your mind.
All
Are
right.
you ready?
Do I have a choice?
No.
All right.
Okay. Ready. Lights on or lights off? Sa kitchen.
On.
Okay. Are you spicy, sweet, or savory?
All of the above.
Worst type of customer?
Ang wala kang bayad, sakto.
Okay. If you were an Ilonggo dish, what would you be?
That's interesting. Sige, batchoy na lang.
Okay. What turns you off in the kitchen instantly?
Dirty kitchen.
1 to 10. Rate kung ano ka kanamit magluto.
Oh no, I can't answer that. Pero gusto ko 10 syempre.
Okay. Are you naughty or nice?
Both.
Often naughty or seldom nice?
Most of the time, nice.
Okay. Chef, is it okay to ask? Love life mo? Sizzling, frozen, or marinated?
All of the above.
Safe na yun!
Sige.
Safe
Okay,
na
sige.
yun!
Okay na marinated because good things take time.
Apron on or apron off?
On.
Okay. Last but not the least, sex or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Okay, congratulations! You passed the hard hat zone. Okay. So, Chef, as part of your job, you are being sent to different places around all over the Philippines and also outside the Philippines. And what's the most memorable and recent mga experience?
Well, for memorable, I think everything naman is memorable. Kami lain kaya nga flavor experience every time you do that. But most recently, I went to Isabela de Basilan. It's a Muslim nga lugar. Well, actually, because I was assigned there by the DOT to train the mga Muslim women na communities, kag mga street food vendors dito. And amo na gani, I have learned so much from that place. Kaya syempre, it's an untapped nga lugar for me mo, and something that I wouldn't really imagine going to if I wasn't invited to go there. So, it's very enriching sa not only sa heart ko, no, but also sa soul ko, because I got the chance to teach mga people from another culture kung paano sila sa kusina dapat, paano how to execute ang proper ways of cooking, and also kung paano nila i-utilize what they have there, because Mindanao actually ang city nila is very very rich in natural resources.
Yeah.
But then sometimes no nabulayan sila mag-tap because maybe lack of information, but then that's why I was sent there para at least mabalaan nila the potential and everything that they have to offer pwede nila ma-maximize.
Okay, thank you. And let's talk about your legacy, Chef Sid's legacy. What flavor do you hope this generation remembers 20 years from now?
Well, of course, kay ara kita subong sa UNESCO nga City of Gastronomy nga what's this nga designation there sa Iloilo. So I hope nga whatever we are working hard for subong mapasok nato sa generations to come. Because again, in order for us to sustain this, kinahanglan not only may ginagapatronize, also they will be educated also, and they will be proud of their heritage. So yeah, that's what I hope 20 years from now nga mapason ko sa mga kabataan.
Okay. And what you're doing right now, I think, with the trainings sa aton vendors and also your advocacy and also ang imong pagiging ambassador, I think that would be very helpful para mabuligan ikaw to achieve ang imong gusto nga legacy to pass on ang aton Ilonggo food culture sa mga next naton nga generation.
Well, hopefully yes. Amo nang gusto ta ma-achieve.
Okay. And so speaking of Christmas tradition, you mentioned kagina nga ang pangaroling. We must never lose ang pangaroling
or any
Christmas tradition naton.
Yes.
Yeah, but is there sa imo family, is there any particular tradition your family is doing na gusto mo mapadayon?
Well, ang family namon is very dako kami nga pamilya actually, but we make it a point nga pag Christmas nga reunion kami. So hopefully kay bala mo this is a sad thing, no, as nagadako ang world, sometimes you lose touch also of some of your relatives because they have other priorities. So it's not only my wish for my family but also sa aton tanan, let's keep the bond together, and dapat try kita. We have a lot of ways to communicate with our loved ones. The technology has provided us with that. So, gamiton na siya.
Okay. And what do you want Ilonggos to truly understand about our food culture?
That our food culture is sustainable, not only delicious. Our food culture is something that we can be very, very proud of. Kung anong para sa aton, very basic and plain, ng iba ng mga tao, sobra gid nga nanamitan. So, just keep supporting and loving our own. And of course, kinanan proud gid kita always that we are Ilonggo.
Yeah, support local
Support
always.
local, always.
And as you mentioned, nga sustainable ang aton food gid man, no? Tsakto, because anything are like our ingredients nga ginayos
Can be
naton.
found here.
accessible siya. Or even matanom lang kita, you can
That's
find
right.
them in your backyard, yung magluto ikaw. And that's one thing siguro that would set apart ang Ilonggo or siguro the whole sa Philippines compared sa mga tao sa abroad.
Yes,
Because
yes.
we can use ang aton nga mga makita na naton sa aton backyard para sa aton nga pagkaon. Okay, as part of your legacy, Chef, what flavor do you want to leave behind?
Well, it's not really a flavor, but the feeling of pride that you are Ilonggo. Always. This is what we are working on, Subong. We are trying to introduce Ilonggo to a bigger platform, to the global market, para this will be appreciated by most. And of course, as Ilonggo, kinana we should always take pride. Muna ako always, Ilonggo pride.
Ilonggo pride. Ilonggo pride. And do you have anything or any advice bala, Chef, sa mga pareho mo nga chef? Because I think that sa Iloilo, very seldom, or maybe ikaw lang din ang kilala ko nga chef, who advocates bala for the bigger picture. Nga wala lang ga-work sa kitchen. Not limited sa kitchen ang imo work. But do you have anything or any advice sa other naton nga mga chef or other nga mga professionals nga or
Food-
anybody nga
The food business, yeah.
oo, ga work
The food
sa
industry.
food business or sa food industry that paano pagid sila mangin part of the or of part of keeping our Ilonggo food culture alive.
Actually, Miss Sharu, contrary to what you said, I don't really think I'm just the only one, except na ako lang pinaka-vocal. Because I know how all the people in the culinary industry work hard or work hand in hand para ma-promote man ang cuisine. It's just that ako lang gigurong
Ikaw lang ang nakita
mega
ko.
duper vocal.
Yes.
But yeah, I
Ikaw
know
ang face abi of
In a way or-
everybody.
in a way or two, they are doing their part to support. So, let's just keep going. You know, amo na ganyan, I am very, very lucky to be in a generation of chefs and cooks diri sa Iloilo nga wala kami wala competition with each other. We just help each
Yes.
other. So, siguro now, my hustle is not their hustle, but kabalo ko, we are in the same page. And we want the same goals. Not only for ourselves, but for the whole community.
Okay. And last question.
Yes, good.
Final
Yay!
question. Who would you want to sit here next? And what would you like to ask him or her?
This is very ambitious, pero okay lang si Saldi ko.
Question for Zaldico.
Besh, kaya pa ba?
Okay. Thank you,
Okay,
Chef.
okay. Thank you.
Sorry. Thank you, Chef Sage. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much good for
Alright.
being here. And kita na kita sa paluto.
Okay. So thank you everyone. Again, I'm inviting all of you to go to Paluto. Actually, Subong, we are a growing chain of restaurants, but presently we have one in Pasig, kag isa sa Coastal Road, sa Haro. So watch out for more announcements. Just follow us sa among nga page sa Paluto and para we can give you more updates. So again, I promise you the best seafood experience in Iloilo City sa Paluto.
To our listeners, thank you for being part of the Builders Podcast community. If today's story inspired you, share it with someone who's building their own path. Until next time, for now, let's keep building, learning, and inspiring. I'm Charu, and this is the Builders Podcast. Why businesses die when they refuse digital transformation.
Digital transformation is not optional, it's mandatory, it's a game changer.
Subscribe to Buildmaster and join us as we continue to celebrate the builders of our time.